Hello, this is Dave with another exciting episode of Fun with Moscas. Today we're featuring a very nice Mosca ROM-F Fusion that was manufactured in 2017. This Fusion has the middle arch 800 millimeter by 600 millimeter. That's 31.5 wide by 23.5 inch tall. It's set for 5 millimeter strap. It will shoot any of the Mosca 5 millimeters from. I have 5040W in it, which is the embossed, the textured clear. A lot of my mailing houses use this. This machine is very popular with mailing houses because it'll do the large tray. Both of the smaller Fusions will do the larger trays. It will also work with the 5040 white. This has 5040 clear in it, C. They have 5040W, which is white. They've got a 5021, which is clear smooth. This will work with that too, just as well. And then also it'll work with the heavier straps like the 5050W or 5050C. If you're using 5050 in bigger Moscas and you have that, you can run it in this, no problem. This machine was perfect for me because when I got it in, I'm usually anticipating I gotta paint them, and painting is just a pain in the butt. You have to. It's just very involved. I had one guy say, I told him that I rolled it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, we could tell that you rolled it." I said, "What do you think I'm gonna spray this? I would have to take it completely apart to spray it. I can spray a car, but I'm not gonna spray a machine." So I roll it, but I use a hardened urethane enamel over epoxy paint. I don't even think Mosca uses primer. So anytime the paint comes off, that's where I put the primer, and then I put my hardened paint over. It's probably more durable than their finish. This one, the only places that I had to, right on the side of the leg of the wheel holders, the tops were all the paint was gone. So I just took the wheel holders off and painted just the tops. But I didn't have to paint the whole thing, so dang, good for me. It's had the following improvements or things I fixed. The track had some damage, and usually the damage happens. This is the final, call this the clubhouse turn, and for some reason it had some gouges in it, and it worked fine, but I'm not going to send them out of here with a gouged up track. So I put a new track in it. That's about a $550 part if you were to buy one from Mosca, and if you don't have the wherewithal to put it in, you're going to have to pay another $1,000, $1,500 to have the guy come out and put it in for you. It's also got a new heater. I just put in a heater, tongue, and a regulator. I didn't put the whole assembly in, but the assembly never goes bad. It's just the tongue. So I just replaced the tongues. I put a new heater in all the machines because I don't know if I'm shipping them. And the last thing I want to do is ship a machine across the country and have a heater go bad. I had that happen. And I had the next day air the heater out. So I just put new heaters in when I can on all my rebuilds. What I usually do is, if you look at the pictures, I have this listed on eBay. I'll bring the camera over here in a minute. But I take the strapping head completely apart. I clean the daylights out of everything, cabinet, inside, all the nooks and crannies. And then I go through the head and I replace the bearings on behind the feed wheel is a great big, it's NT124 bearing. Mosca gets like $70 for it. That gets replaced. The two bearings in the feed pressure wheel, the two bearings in the tension arm, the bearing in the, there's a camshaft. And the motor has bearings, but I can't get into the motors. They're sealed. But at the other end, there's a bearing. And if that bearing goes bad, it puts strain on the motor, and then the motor and the transmission is over $1,000. Plus a service call to have Mosca come out. So I put the new bearing in, vastly expands the lifespan of the motor and transmission. And then also in the accumulator feed pressure roller. If any of those pressure rollers start to bind up, the machines, they time out. They'll only try to do a given function for a split second or a second, and then they time out and the motor stops, and you're like, what's wrong? Well, the feed wheel can't turn and it's binding up. So when my machines are rebuilt, they usually sound like they do when they come out of a crate. When I buy a Mosca and uncrate it, take it to a customer, it has a whippy sound. I call it a whippy sound. When I get them in here and they've got 5-7 million cycles, they have a clunky sound. All my machines that leave here sound whippy. It's the only way I can describe it. Whippy or wispy or something. I got nice new locking swivel casters on all four corners. Mosca casters are notorious for wearing out and breaking after a period of time. So that's nice. the sales price that you'll see if you see my listing on eBay, Dave by Detroit is my name. If you just do Mosca strapping, just go to eBay, search for Mosca strapping. If I've got a machine, you'll see it's out of Waterford, Michigan. All my machines that I put on eBay have a price that includes a really nice pallet, a custom made pallet. It takes me about 2.5 hours to do the pallet. I make it all out of 2x4s. And then I also suggest that if I send you the machine on a pallet, save the pallet. If you have to send it back to me, if it goes belly up in the first month, I'm going to fix it for free. So I need to have that, I need to have it sent back properly on a good pallet, my pallet. And I've got machines. I got to take a regular 40-48 pallet, put the machine on there, strap it down, well, the wheels go between the slats and the machine falls over. That's no bueno. So I highly suggest saving the pallet. And then I have a lot of people that once they see the machine, they're like, can you fix our other machine? So for $300, if they're in Ohio or Indiana or any place around, they can ship the machine to me for $200 or $300 and not pay mileage, because Mosca's mileage is pretty expensive. And their labor rate just went up. I think they're up to $195 or $198 an hour. So I always matched Mosca's price, but I never charge for the amount of time that they charge. So anyways, they're at $200 an hour. I just lowered mine. So this is a demonstration of what it will do on just a standard box. I got the soft touch button on. That's just a standard box. I got a medium amount of tension, bites in slightly on the edges, which is what you want. Mail tray. I'll turn it down a little bit for the mail tray. Just like you want. But if you're not familiar with Mosca's, they have, now here right now the tension motor's on, but to turn the tension motor off, you have to turn the light button on, which confuses the heck out of everybody. Germans don't think the same way we do. We would have, this would be tension, and then this would be no tension. But it's not the way it is with them. So that's the soft touch button. I'm going to give it a little bit more tension because I don't want it to get, if you have the soft touch on, the strap can get caught down in the mechanism, it'll jam, you got to clear it out. So whenever you do soft touch, you got to turn up the tension a little bit. So let's say you just got a couple of flats or something thin. It just kisses the edge, just barely. And that, now this is 50-40, like I said, embossed. All of my mailing customers use that material. The machines like it. It has something they can grip onto to feed. But it does not meet the clarity standards of the postal thing, the manual, the PM or whatever it's called. So most of my customers are doing it by hand, so they just keep the straps off the label. If you're going to be doing it automated, then you're going to use a 5021C, which is the smooth. That meets the clarity standards. This machine will shoot that too. I just don't like working with it. It's harder to, the machine's got to be set more precisely. So that's about it in a nutshell. My phone number is, I always put it in the description on the YouTube video. If you don't see it on this one, or for some reason I forget, look at one of the other ones. I always put it in there. You can call me and ask me questions. And that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, I'm going to give you a close-up of some of the insides in this. In case the machine sells. They usually sell pretty quick. And once it's sold, the listing will be gone. So there's our nice lickety-split clean head. There's the new heater tongue with the regulator. There's where the this little roller here got new bearings. This roller here inside the pressure roller, feed pressure roller, that got a bearing. The one real deep, the hidden one that's down inside here, that one got a new bearing. I didn't replace the fan. This one had a good factory fan and it still worked. The previous customer kept it clean, which is really important. I can't tilt this because I got the legs out, but there's the inside of the cabinet. I took the reel off, cleaned all behind it, made sure there was no strap on round around the back of it. It is a nice machine, and those are my new casters with locks on them. And the paint is 99.9% not chipped or scratched. There's a couple of little scratches, but not too bad. And it's very nice and clean. Everything works as advertised. Thank you for viewing my video.